All right, I'm gonna do yet another challenge and we're gonna set up our loader. So this isn't too difficult. First of all, let's go ahead and start in our shop. So if we go over here, it should be over here, our shop. And we can move this over here. What we basically want to do is go down here and we are already exporting default this shop component with this down here. So what we want to do is now we want to export. So not export default, but instead just export a function called loader. And now what we want to do inside of this loader function is, let me see what I have here. I don't think anything yet. Okay, so nothing yet. So this loader function is going to return our data. So this is where our fetch request is going to happen within this component. So if we export our function, what we can do here is go into our main, and for our shop, we could go over here. And where's shop? Over here. And what we could do is write this comma and grab our loader as shop page loader. So we want to use this because the problem is our loader can't be reused. So if we have multiple components using this loader keyword, it won't work. So best practice is to use camel casing, the name, the fact that it's a page, or maybe don't even need to include that. So just shop loader, but I think shop page loader describes it a bit better. And then now inside of our shop page, we can go ahead and grab a loader, and then we can say shop page loader, and that is working correctly. And if we go to our website, one thing I want to do actually is console.log our shop page loader. And let's see what we get here. So we get data is here from line 31. So the point of using this loader is basically for the simple fact that, wanted to put that back. For the simple fact that inside of our shop, right now the way we are handling data is using this entire react.useEffect. We did shorten it up by putting a function and setting some state for set loading and set products and set loading. So this is just state here, and we're basically, that's how we conditionally render this. But we have to write this entire thing out on every single component that makes a fetch request. So the faster way to do this would be to load up the API data when the page is loading or before the page is loading instead of after the page is loaded. Because if we wait for the component to load up and then we want to go ahead and fetch the data, then we're going to get just this loading state, and we're going to have a more difficult time writing out our SAD paths, is what I'm understanding. And if not, it's just going to be, I guess, easier and best practice to go ahead and write out our SAD paths, and to also go ahead and write out our errors when we do get an error. So I don't think I have this in a try catch right now, which is weird. I should have, but anyways, this should be in a try catch, and then it should go ahead and try something, and then it will catch any errors, and then finally it will go ahead and load up the products. I didn't add this part, I guess, but I will go ahead and keep updating this because this is probably going to be more than just a one-part challenge. But just to reiterate what I did here, I went ahead and I created a new function, and this function is called loader. This function is where our API data is going to be fetched, and it's going to return data is here. And since we exported it, we can go ahead and import it up here from our import statement. So we import our shop. Since it's our export default, it will export this as the default. So meaning our page will still contain our shop items. And then we'll go ahead and grab the loader inside of an object destructure, rename it to shop page loader. And then down here, we go ahead and put it as the loader for the shop page loader. And that's going to allow us to use that loader to go ahead and fetch our API. So I'm going to pause and then keep doing more challenges.